Hey, what's up everybody? This is Mr. 008 here, and today I have for you a video where I am going to showcase the Flying Fortress Tower, because it did get a buff a couple of updates ago, if not last update. I think it was 35.0, so the version before the last one. So let's get into this, and I'll explain like what's going on with this tower. So the Flying Fortress has definitely gotten a lot better
MOAB.
over the years, because it is definitely like a really strong tower. Even with its cost, it costs 91,800 on hard. So I think it's around 82,000 or maybe a little bit more on medium.
MOAB.
So we are going to just keep on going here and see how far this tower can go with the help of Soda and an alchemist. I may get one or two other things like an embrittlement or something else along those lines. We do not need an MIB because both the darts and the bombs can pop all balloon types. And it does not even struggle against the bad balloon. It doesn't even reach the first bend of the track. So there we go. We just beat Chimps, but let's go ahead and keep on going. So in one of my previous videos, I did mention how the Flying Fortress got a buff that was pretty immense if you ask me, because it's darts, I believe. It might be its bombs or it might be all projectiles, but I think it's darts only that now deal 10 more damage to MOAB class Bloons than they used to. And with 10 more damage, that's like a pretty big change. And so yeah, I just want to show how far this tower can get and see what we can do with how strong it is. I personally think it's a little overpowered. Some may disagree because it is pretty pricey still. It costs close to 120,000, including prerequisite upgrades in hard mode. So I don't know if this is the right move or not, but I'm going to get Perma-Brew. And the reason why is because I was hovering over the Flying Fortress earlier, not too long ago in fact, and right when the 4th tier buff was applied, it would expire, simply because of how fast this tower attacks. So if there's ever a time to get a Perma-Brew in Chimps mode when money is pretty limited compared to other game modes, it's definitely for a tower that attacks extremely fast. And we have Soda here as well, who is also benefiting from the Perma-Brew. So I'm thinking that what we should get is probably something that slows the DDTs maybe. So I'm not sure if a super glue would be worth it, or if we should focus on something that's a little bit more affordable. But I'm going to at least get a 4th tier. Let's go for a relentless glue right here and get the glue splatter, so that we can affect lots of MOAB class Bloons like this. And I'm wondering what I should get next. I'm not sure if I want to get something for cleanup towards the back of the track, or if I want to get something totally different. I'm wondering, I know I keep saying I'm wondering, but yeah, like it's just sort of how I feel like talking, so to speak. At least for now, because I am pretty tired, so I can't really compile my words as well as I normally can, or compose them as well as I normally can. even the bads on round 119 are not too tough for this Flying Fortress to handle. Granted, it does have Permabrew, but it's still, like, really strong. And, yeah, I'm thinking of getting, like, a Prince of Darkness or something. I'm not sure if this is the right call to make, but let's put it as far back as we can so it's still in range of the village. And let's go right there, and we will set the spawn point of the Bloons probably around here. I don't know if we want to have them that far back, so maybe I'll put it here for now. That may be too far forward, but also the Prince of Darkness is not spawning a lot of Bloons because very few Bloons are making it to that point. But when they do, the graveyard just fills right up. So that is pretty nice to see. So we will see if this ends up being a good choice or not. But I'm thinking that I should also get something like, let me see, Soda is level 20, so that's pretty nice. I'm thinking of getting something like, I'm not sure if that's the right cross path or not, but it is what it is.
Clean cuts and still cuts a tomato.
Embrittlement or something like that. So we will put this ice monkey right there. And
clean cuts and still cuts a tomato.
And we can almost afford a super brittle. And yeah, that's what I'm thinking is best.
Clean
because
cuts
we have
and still cuts a tomato.
We have a lot of MOAB popping power. We can handle the DDTs and all that. We have some cleanup power and slowdown power. Some DDTs aren't as deadly because of our relentless glue, and the ceramics aren't as deadly because of the Prince of Darkness. But bad balloons can still be a problem, especially the fortified bad on round 140. So I'm going to get super brittle for that +4, +5 damage. I'm definitely getting the middle cross path for the faster attack speed. Let's also get primary training because we do not need the MIB, since we can pop all Bloon types with the Flying Fortress. The darts pop lead, the bombs pop black Bloons, so we don't have anything to worry about there. And Soda pops all Bloon types once she reaches around level 13, I want to say. Let me check. So, Enchanted Blades, yes, level 13. Not sure if you guys saw, but there was a bit of a visual bug right there. Maybe Ninja Kiwi intended that, but I think it's a bug. When you select your hero here, and you are on this menu, and you hit back, notice how Soda does not disappear as fast as everything else, and she just stays there, even when we're back on the map screen, like for like a quarter to a half a second. I'm not sure if that is a bug or intended, but just thought I would point it out from personal observation. So I'm thinking of just saving the rest of my money now. We are making very, very little at this point, but I still want to just save it and see what we may need, because the Bloons aren't even getting that far. It's already around 34.
And still cuts a tomato.
Something tells me Overclock is the next thing I should get, and I should just use it when there's either a lot of DDTs or on round 140 for the fortified bad, that kind of thing, that kind of situational use. And yeah, I think that is what I'm going to do. Plus, there are not a lot of options when money is tight.
Clean cuts and still cuts a tomato.
And we don't need to put the engineer too close to everything else, but yeah, we'll just put them there and get overclock like so, and we can just use it whenever we need to. And hopefully the balloons won't zoom by so fast that when I realize I need it, I can't use it in time. So 137 was almost a problem, but even all of those ZOMGs layered on top of each other did not get too far, so that is pretty nice. And round 138, DDTs did get pretty far, but we're still getting popped somewhat easily. So yeah, I think that we are looking fine for now. And here is round 140, so I'm going to overclock right there, use the leaping sword, and hopefully we can pop this fortified bed. It's looking like we may not pop it, but it's already past 60% damage, now past 80% damage. And now, let's overclock again. The fortified DDTs may get really far though. That's what I am concerned with. We have no graveyard left, but it's looking like we are fine. So I'm going to use sword charge right there. I don't know if I needed it, but better safe than sorry. And we have beaten round 140 on Chimps mode. That is something I've never done before, so I am pretty happy and proud of myself for that. So let's go there and just keep using abilities as we need to. And we are going to just keep on going.
Clean cuts and still
I don't know
cuts
if I should get super glue. Something tells me I should, but something tells me I shouldn't. Maybe Bloons Solver might be better, but then again, different types of glue do not stack, they override each other, and that's a problem.
Clean cuts
so
and still cuts
I don't know if I should get that or not, but it's an option, if we get enough money, that is. And we are looking fine still, but the DDTs are getting substantially farther. Let's just keep using Leaping Sword when we can. It's good for just getting a little bit more single target chip damage here and there. And we will just keep going. So I don't know if I can make it to 150. That is my next goal in this video, is 150. If we don't make it, we don't. I'm just happy to be past 140. But we will see. And even though we are making money pretty slowly, we can pick out a couple different options that we may find helpful. So
clean cuts and still cuts a tomato.
I don't know what else may be best. So DDTs are getting awfully far. Sword charge definitely saved us there. Because those ceramics, I'm not sure if we would have gotten them. But there we go. And we just have one bad balloon left for this round. And we are looking fine. So yeah, there's that. And there's round 146. I have my overclock ready.
Still cuts a tomato.
And when I need it, there we go. Fortified DDTs and bads are coming onto the screen. DDTs get popped almost immediately, but they still made it like halfway through the map. So it's a bit concerning, but we are doing fine. So
clean cuts and still cuts a tomato.
still what I should get. You know what I'm thinking, actually? Because we already have the Relentless Glue, so I don't know if this is what we should get. That was really close with the Sword Charge right there. But I'm thinking if we can afford it, maybe an Icicle Impale, because that will really slow down the DDTs. And it can also help with other things as well. So I'm going to retarget the Prince of Darkness to around here or so. I don't know if that's the right decision, but I think it probably is, because we are seeing that many more Bloons get close to the exit. So I'm going to turn off auto start, and if we beat this round, I will prepare for an Icicle Impale. So fortified MOABs are getting close to the end there, but I think that we are still looking fine because of the zombie BFBs and zombie MOABs that we have for when we need them. So let's see if we can get... I would like to put the Icicle Impale towards the middle, but unfortunately... Okay, I think we can get this guy right here. Nice. It's in the range of the village, so let's go right there. We just need a couple thousand more dollars, and then we will be able to get the 5th tier. And that will be really helpful, especially against these DDTs, and it deals good damage as well. But it's mainly the stalling power that I am looking for. So we will be able to do well with that. The Icicle Impale's weaknesses, I'd say, are bads, which we are covered with the Flying Fortress for, because the thing with Icicle Impale is that it has the main purpose of stalling, but it deals decent damage too. But 50 per hit is like nothing when we're talking about like 50 rounds past the normal end of the game. So we are right about there with our Icicle Impale. There we go. Let's get that middle cross path for a faster attack speed. Deep freeze as well. I'm not sure how much that will do for us, but it may help. And yeah, we are getting some decent pops here. And look at how slow those ZOMGs are. I think I definitely made a good choice. And DDTs are like nothing now to be concerned about with this Icicle Impale. And now that we have 2 tier 5 Ice Monkeys, I'm going to get primary mentoring for even more range like that. And yeah, I'm happy about where I'm at thus far. Round 151 is where we are. So single target damage seems to be what is holding us back now, or what is limiting us at this point in time. I think I'm gonna have to be careful here. I don't know if the sword charge timing there was good or not, but it doesn't matter. We still beat the round, and we are moving on to round 152. So there's the overclock again. I think the next thing we should get, if we get the money to get it, is probably either a Call to Arms or a MOAB Eliminator, because we need that single target bad damage. And yeah, that's like really all that may possibly be an issue at this point, because Bloons are not getting through the Prince of Darkness, DDTs are not getting through the Relentless Glue and the Icicle Impale, so that's all we need to be concerned about is single target damage at this point, I would say. And this bat is getting, like, nearly all the way to the end now. We have to carefully time sword charge there. Unfortunately, the Icicle Impale was not in a position to hit those DDTs very well, so that is where we are going to finish up with this game. But I'm still happy to have gotten to where I did in this video, and just to prove that it is Chimps mode. I mean, I kind of already did because I went back into the game, I think, but yeah, it is Chimps mode. No farms are allowed. This is a normal game. This is not the challenge browser. So yeah, that's going to wrap it up for today's video, you guys. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more interesting content. And I will talk to you all again in the next video. Peace out.